So I've got this idea I've been kicking around for a while, and I figured today is a good day to go ahead and start it. So we've been here in Germany now for, a little over, I think, 6 months at this point. And, we've been, going traveling, we've enjoyed, the food, and of course, obviously really good beer. But one thing I've noticed is everywhere we've gone is there has always been like some really cool handcrafted gin available. So I was thinking, some of these you can't easily get in the States, so why not just go ahead and review them and share them with you. Now, when I say gin, especially German gin, the first thing that's going to come to your mind is probably most likely Monkey 47. Now, this is a fantastic gin out of the Black Forest. It's aptly named because it has 47 botanicals in it. One of the key ones in here is lingonberry. This is actually a wonderful gin. It makes a really good gin and tonic. It makes a fantastic Negroni, martini. I mean, anything you put a really good London Dry in, this is gonna work. Now, there are really good reviews of this gin available, and I'll link to one of my favorite ones, which is from actually No Nonsense Gin Review. He's great, I love him. He's a character. Just check it out, you'll love it. But I think the gin we're gonna review today is one we ran across recently, and that's this one from Simsala Gin. Now, we ran across this when we were down at the Christmas market, just down the hill here in Wiesbaden. And it got my attention because it's made with plum and lavender. So I figured this is an interesting one. We'll go ahead and give this a shot. Now, we did have a small sample when we were down there, but now we're here, we can have a proper sample and give it a shot here. So the first thing we gotta do, every good gin review has gotta have, obviously, a cork test. If you don't do this, it's not a proper gin review. And we happen to have a cork here, so let's see what happens. Let's see if we get it good. Decent. This is synthetic cork, it's fine. And go ahead and pour it in the glass here and let's see what we get. One thing you're gonna notice, you probably won't see it too well, is it's got this really blue indigo color. And it reminds me of Empress Gin in the color. And this one does change colors. Once I add tonic water to it or anything to it, it'll turn a really beautiful like lavender color. So let's go ahead and see how it is neat, and we'll go from there. So immediately you get in the nose, you get this really intense juniper you'd expect out of a London Dry style, which on the bottle it does say it is a London Dry style. Yes, it's right here on the back. It says a London Dry style gin. Yeah, so you definitely get the juniper. You get some of the citrus too in the nose. Let's see how the flavor profile is. That's really good. That's actually quite good. It's quite good and neat. You get more of the citrus out of it that way. I'm picking up a little bit of a sweetness. It's probably from the plum. And I'm not getting a lot in the way of lavender, which is good because too much lavender and some things can come across as being a little medicinal, or what you'd expect with like cleaning material, cleaners and stuff like that. So yeah, this is actually pretty good this way. Yeah, this is a very good gin. I think we're in for a treat here. So I think what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and pause. I'm gonna get the stuff around, we'll make a proper gin and tonic. So I'll meet you back here in a moment.
A few moments later.
All right, so I gathered the necessary materials to make a proper gin and tonic. We've got our ice cube is tempered, and we got our glass just out of the fridge. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and make this. Now, I like to follow the spec that I got in the Death & Co book, the Cocktail Codex, which is a great book. My wife got it for Christmas a couple years ago. It's just wonderful. So if you get a chance, check that book out. But in there, they do it's a 2-to-1. So we're gonna do, it's basically for every part of gin, you do 2 parts of tonic water. So we're gonna do 1.5 ounces of gin, and we'll do 3 ounces of tonic water. That's generally what I do. And I can get usually 2 G&Ts out of 1 can or 1 bottle. I prefer the bottles actually because I get a little bit more tonic water, but it's neither here nor there. And the way I like to do this, honestly, is lay down just a little bit of tonic water first. Not a lot, just, we're gonna start with maybe our first 1.5 ounces of tonic water here. Gotta wait for the foam to settle, make sure we get a true 1.5 ounces. Okay, so there, we're gonna add, now we're gonna go ahead and add 1.5 ounces of our gin. I'm pretty sure this gin has butterfly pea berry in it, and that's why it's gonna go from that blue color we saw a bit ago to a nice kind of purple, yep, just like that. It's just like Empress. It goes to that really pretty purple. And we're gonna go ahead and top off the next 1.5 ounces of our tonic water. I like to do this because it makes sure the gin really gets mixed up properly in the glass. And let's take a look at our ice cube here. Let's clean up this edge a little bit, just a touch. Not a lot. Yeah, it looks pretty good. And we're gonna gently set this down in our glass, hopefully, without looking, kind of getting caught there. Okay, not so gently in the glass. Give it a quick little stir. And let's give it a quick taste here real quick. Oh, then we'll add our lime. Yeah, definitely. Now more of the other botanicals come out. I'm getting more of the citrus, a little bit more of the plum. It's not overpowering, but it's there. It's actually quite nice. We'll go ahead and cut off some lime here. I'm gonna drop this, I like to set my lime down in, because a lot of times when you put the lime on the edge, what ends up happening is it splits and it'll go from like this side, it'll go all the way across, and next thing you know, you got this, it's just kind of hanging on just by the rind. So I don't like that. Just more of a personal preference to me. Yeah, the lime definitely adds a little bit more to it. But overall, I mean, this makes a really good gin and tonic. Very, very wonderful gin and tonic in the end, actually. This is oh, you know what? Let's try one other thing. We'll just add a little, just a kiss of, go. And when I say a kiss of Angostura, I mean just a kiss of Angostura. And kind of give that a little swirl. Oh yeah, okay, there we go. Now the complexity really starts to come out. Actually, let's also compare it, because I still have a little bit of the undiluted gin here. Yeah, and the right out of the bottle, the neat, you get a lot more of the juniper, a little bit of the citrus, some subtle sweetness from the plum, and the lavender is there, but it's not. It's on the edges. It's in the background, and it's just adding a nice support element. In a gin and tonic, the juniper comes down quite a bit, and now it lets some of the other botanicals come out. You get a little bit more of the plum, but it's not, again, not overpowering, it's subtle. The lavender is still kind of hanging out in the background. Some of the citrus comes out more, which really overall makes a very, very good drink. So I highly recommend, if you can find this gin, definitely give it a shot. It's the Simsala Gin Magic Edition. Wonderful. So overall, I do like this gin quite a bit. I think what we're gonna do next is we'll try a gin sour, I think, with this one, because I've got some red Zinfandel cranberries we made. And I like to, usually around Christmas and Thanksgiving, what I like to do is make whiskey sours. And I always like to take a little bit of the cranberries that we make, the red Zinfandel cranberries, and put them in the bottom. I think it would really pair well with this. So stay tuned, in the next video we're gonna do that.